Hello, everybody. Welcome to Falconshield Podcast Track 3, where today we have a very special featured guest, former Jedi Master KiandyMundi.
Wait, former? No. Whoa. Hi, guys.
We executed Order 66.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just have to be a Sith Lord. Then that's no problem.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's good to have you here, buddy.
Yeah, it's good to have you on the podcast, man.
It's trendy. It's lovely.
Yeah. So, okay. I mean, it's been a couple of weeks since we last did a podcast, and basically, what have we been up to? For me, I had a birthday yesterday, so that was fun.
Ooh, wait, yours or a family birthday? Is it yours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Happy. I thought you were just like, I just been to a family thing. I was like, oh, wait,
No.
How old are you then?
I'm 25. I've made it
okay.
to a quarter of a century. I've done it.
I've never looked at it that way. I'm nearly there myself then. I'm 23.
Yeah, you're getting there, man. 2 more years and you're a quarter of a century old. Let's see if we can make it to that big 100. Yeah, see, I keep forgetting Joseph's old. Like
I pass for much older. People think I've asked people how old they think I look, and they say 30. I don't know whether they're joking or they're serious, but either way, it's upsetting.
It has to be the beard. Like,
yeah,
it absolutely has to be the beard. Yeah, like I don't know. Like Joseph doesn't look like he's like 85 years old, but he's still out there. Grandpa's playing music and rocking out. Like I get worried every time. Like we have one of our performances, and I think he's gonna throw out a hip, but he's still going. He's a champ.
It's just pure force of will. At my age.
Yeah, at the ripe old age
of 33.
Of 33, dude, you got it. Huh? Yeah, no. But what have you guys been up to in the last couple weeks or so?
I've been playing games and making things. That's what I've been doing. That's the story of my life. Never mind the past few weeks. I've actually been playing No Man's Sky for the past day and a half.
That's good, because we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, I wanted to get my own opinion on it, because everyone's all up in arms talking about it. So I thought I'd give that a try, and yeah, I'm liking that. We'll talk about that in a bit then. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, that's cool. Joseph, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been having vacation. And that's why I wasn't around last podcast. And I started working 2 weeks ago. So, I'm back at work. I'm, just after the vacation, you're all inspired and pumped up to do things. So that's what I've been doing. I've been writing a couple of drafts that we are going to make into music videos, hopefully, and working on our big project. And, regular level 8 stuff.
That's good.
I've been actually working a lot with Unity recently, which I find very interesting.
Have you never used that particular program before?
We use Unity as our game engine, but I haven't worked a lot in it because, well, the game hasn't been in a stage where we could implement all the audio elements, but we're there now. So I'm working on that now, implementing the effects and the ambience audio. So that's cool. It's fun work.
That Falconshield audio quality coming to a video game near you.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah. By the way, it has been raining nonstop here in Houston for the last, it has to have been 8 days or something. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it flooding?
Yeah. Yeah. It was insane because last week I had made a comment. I was really upset when I thought about it in hindsight, because I went to go wash my car last week and I was like, if it rains for next week, I'm going to be upset. And then it rained for the next 7 days straight. And then I was like, all right, well, okay. So.
Well, that's just that's just.
So, whatever. Fuck it. Summer doesn't matter anymore.
Does it flood where you are? Where your house, does it actually flood?
Oh God, no. I live in a place where we have we have roads set up that they can take care of that problem should it occur. Like, but
Yeah,
there are
I
other,
just live on a hill.
yeah, there are
just to
other
save the-
places here in Houston where like they flood terribly because they're right next to a bayou, and the bayou like just completely rises and then overtakes the area. So yeah, but it could be worse. Could be worse. But you're probably going to hear thunder because it's going to start raining again any minute now. So
I like the rain. I mean, being that my room where I work in is the attic, you always hear the rain at night, and it's very cozy and ambient. Like, gives a nice ambience. The only issue is because the roof is so close to my microphone, it can often cause background noise.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but besides that, it's very nice.
So, are you often like inspired by that coziness? Because I don't really feel it in your videos.
Whoa, what? Excuse me?
With that serene feeling.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I thought you meant there was no inspiration in the video, and I'm like,
No.
No.
I mean,
okay, no,
that serenity you get from listening to the rain, yeah.
No. What happens is I sit there all calm and zen, and I listen to Mumford & Sons and all that sort of stuff, and I'm all relaxed and shit, and then as soon as I'm in that zen place in my mind, I'm like, okay, oh boy, let's go! And then press record, and then, it's completely different. Yeah, pretty much. And then afterwards, I'm literally just like, and then I just relax again.
Yeah.
Like, I literally just sit here in the... You know the way... Have you played Skyrim? You know the way, like, the Thanes of all the holds sit in the throne in the exact same position?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The way they sit like that, that's exactly how I sit after I finish working or recording my voice or being hyperactive. I can just go back to my relaxed state and sit there with a drink in my hand and be like...
Just idling, waiting for Farengard, your court wizard, to show up. There you go.
Yeah. And then I just don't move for the next 8 hours, and then I'm like, oh, gotta make another video. 3, 2, 1. Oh boy!
That's interesting.
Yeah. No, I enjoy it, but yeah, I guess most people only see my on-screen version of myself, which is extremely hyperactive, so yeah, it's probably a surprise when people are just surprised, like in real life, when I'm not bouncing off the walls unless I'm, genuinely eating sugar cubes.
I've noticed a lot of people in real life are a lot more tame than their online personas, with the exception of Sky Williams. Sky is just as crazy in real life.
No. But I think there's an exception with Sky, and I'll get onto that in a sec. I was going to say that's natural with everyone because everyone has to sort of amp up their online personality because that's what it is. It's a business. It's YouTube. It's Twitch. It's whatever. You have to make your personality colourful and all that. Whereas with Sky, he's a very, very smart person, and I've had a discussion with him about PR and social media and public image and all that. And he told me this like wonderful piece of fucking advice how he cultivated his Twitter to be proportionately way larger than anyone else's of his channel size, and that's treat every waking moment as if you're on the air. Everything you say, someone will hear it. And that's such a good thing to keep in your mind because it's true. And I think because he lives his life like that, he knows that someone is always watching and always listening. He's adapted. He's merged his on-screen personality with his real life because they are so tied together,
That is true.
That sounds absolutely exhausting. I mean, this is why I'll never be big on YouTube.
I'm sure he must have a powerful work ethic. I don't even know to not have an off switch.
Sky works hard.
Yeah.
He does. He absolutely works hard.
But
very smart guy. Very very nice to be around too.
I mean, this is exactly why I'll never. I mean, I can't up my personality to that level. I mean, I can't be that colorful. I'm just, that's not...
I think you can be, but you're looking at it the wrong way. You're colorful through the music that you produce, not through the words that you say, so it's completely different.
So
but
you're that's the wrong way.
No, I'm not saying it's the wrong way, it's just a different way.
No, it's a wrong way for you, specifically.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not exactly gonna, express my creativity through an instrument because I don't play any. I bought an automaton actually a few days ago off Amazon, and here it is. I can't play it at all. I don't know anything, but I just sit here and I smash the notes every now and then, and I use it to annoy people on Skype every now and then too. That's all I can do with it. I can't actually use it as an aperture to look into my soul, like Falcon can.
We all really do have like different ways that we can like take from like our personalities from like a 2 to a 10.
Yeah.
But it's like for me, I usually do it through voice acting in public. I really do like doing that a lot, like just random voices. It's really fucking fun, especially
I like
when
to do it through drawing.
Yeah, see, there you go, and yeah, I've actually seen a lot of your art on Twitter, and it's great. Like,
it's I showed like a 2014 to 2016 comparison on my Facebook, like privately a few weeks ago, and one of my old friends who I knew before YouTube said to me, she said, "I like how your art style has got better, but still not lost its original badness." You know what I mean? It's now refined. You can in fact polish a turd if you try hard enough.
Oh my god, this like completely redefines everything. Is it possible to polish?
I heard a really funny thing. I think it was Riot Draggles. I was speaking to him a few weeks ago. I'm sure he won't mind me saying this. He was like, "Dude, your drawings are so ridiculous. How do you not realize that they may pass off as racist because I draw everyone with huge lips? But the reality of it is, I have huge lips myself, so that's obviously going to reflect on my drawings." And the picture he showed me, I think it was a Lucian. The Lucian animation I did recently, it's a black guy and huge lips, and I'm like, well, in my defense, and then I showed him Cassiopeia, Janna, basically every other champion I've ever drawn, and they've all got this, they're all equally the same. So
as much as I love Draggles, like as much as I love Ben, like he's the only person that ever bitches to me about that stuff ever. Like
what stuff?
he the racism thing that you mentioned, like he's the only person that has ever bitched to me about anything remotely PC like that from Riot. It's always him. He was the same one that bitched to me about the Luluverse.
And do you remember what he said about the Ziggs verse? I think it was.
I didn't. Oh, he did say something about the Ziggs verse.
Hold on.
I guess
it's kind of funny.
He's the only one that ever does this to me. I'm just like, dude, I don't care. Come on, like it would be one thing if I was like, if I was concerned with how people felt about the stuff that I did. I'm not. I can't be. I have reached the point where maybe I'm jaded. Maybe I'm just really tired. Like I just can't bother. It's too much work to worry about how everyone's gonna take everything.
Yeah, that's very true.
Okay, so this is his first impression. By the way, we love you, Ben.
Yeah, you're okay. I'm literally going to see him like next week. He's going to kill me. Wait, when does this go live?
I guess it would be a couple days. Right?
Okay. Like Monday, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, he listened to an early version of This Is Wardles, and this was his comment on the Ziggs verse. Oof, I imagine the Aladdin satchel charge joke setup might be perceived as racist by some. I get that it leads to the magic carpet bomb punchline. LOL, just saying.
Just saying, dude. I'm like, but you got that it led to the punchline, so why does this matter?
What if it's not him, but it's actually Riot with a gun to his head?
Of course, it's right. I mean,
it's
that
not.
Mentality.
No. It's not, because you should have been in LA
yeah, I should have
been this year. You really should have been in LA this year, because if you had gotten to interact with those people, Riot don't give a fuck. They were just letting us go fucking crazy. And okay, so there's this little Jenny, like the girl who was with Siren. That girl is a fucking fiend. She is crazy. Like little Jenny and I, we just sat there roasting each other and just saying the most vile shit to each other. And these rioters are having a blast. Like they're just sitting there listening to me and her just go at it the entire trip. It was great.
But it wasn't on camera.
Oh no, a lot of it was on.
That's
Oh.
an interesting point. Yeah,
like, they recorded
you know.
a lot of this. Yeah, no, Riot doesn't care. They really are like as I guess oversight figure. They want to maintain the public image of just being our game is rated teen, so we have to put out content that would quote unquote be rated teen, but. Like, especially internally, and especially when it comes to the content creators, they just want us to do what we're gonna do. Do whatever you have to drag people in. That's the goal. Like, do what you have to drag these people in, and like kicking and screaming if they must to play League of Legends. Like, so, and I appreciate them for that because they are really, really hands off with a lot of stuff. They just like, especially when we work with them, that just let us, do what we got to do.
They don't interrupt your creativity.
Yeah, they don't interrupt it. Like, there are very few and infrequent moments where I'm like, guys, you're really pissing me off. But it never, it never like, it's never something that lasts perpetually. They've always been really good to us. So,
Yeah, they have.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, make sure I get there next year. That's up to you guys. Yeah. You're gonna be like. Next time you're having wine and cheese with Mr. Mark Merrill, you're gonna be like, "Oh boy, that KiandyMundi is such a nice man. Oh wow, he'd give you a foot rub," and I would. So
I was surprised they invited like me back because they invited me and Joseph back, but I think they wanted all four of us to go, like from Falconshield. So
go then.
Joseph didn't want to go, and I don't know if Martin was available. Because the invitation was for all of us. I let everyone know that we were going to be able to go, but I don't know. I didn't hear back from Martin. Joseph said he didn't want to go. Lars did want to go, so Lars and I went. Rob was supposed to come with me because I told them that I wanted Rob to come, but Rob was like. He last minute was basically like, nah, never mind, I got work. So I was like, all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
but
while we're on the subject of Riot and League.
Yeah, while we're on the subject, we gotta address the elephant rolling on a ball in the room. Kled is out. And he's actually pretty goddamn cool.
Yeah.
I was actually very, very impressed with just how fun he is. Like, I don't know. Like maybe it's a weird thing to say. Like, I don't expect champions to be innately fun when I play them, when they're new. But Kled was just really, really fun.
Yeah, even his character. I'm surprised that Riot, even though they've taken away Graves' cigar, they've actually put swearing, even though censored, they've put swearing into Kled's voice lines, which is very. I don't know what liberal of them or whatever, even though they've tried to remove cigars and stuff in the past. So is that contradictory, or are they reversing the?
I suspect that what they want to do is they want a flavor for everyone. You know what I mean? And it's hard to do. When
if they want
to
do that, by that logic, they'd give Graves a vape pen or something. At least.
Graves' new skin is just Guido vaping. Oh man, that would make his smoke cloud a lot better.
I ain't got time for vapes.
I got your vapes. Oh yeah, no, I really think it is like a flavor for everyone type of thing.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy Kled. He's not your typical Yordle, which is always fun. He is Noxian, which is really cool. So.
Are you guys familiar with Red Riot, the YouTuber? He's fairly small time, but he's very, very talented. He does custom skins.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first time I saw the spotlight or the teaser before Kled was out, I was like, holy shit. And I messaged Red Riot on Skype, and I was like, dude, I've got this image in my head. Have you seen the Kled thing? And he's like, yeah, what is it? What is it? I'm like, you've got to make this custom skin for me. And he's like, what is it? I'm like, Mario on Yoshi. And then put that on the Kled model, and he made it. It's amazing. I've been playing with it all yesterday when I was recording with it, and it just on top of how fun Kled is already, this has made it so much better in ways that because obviously
did he make the rolling ball an egg?
He did, but I installed the custom skin wrong. So when you get knocked off Yoshi, you turn back into Kled. So, but I kind of like that because it's like when Mario loses his large size, he goes back down and changes form. So it's kind of like the same thing. Yeah.
In this case, Kled doesn't get wrapped in a bubble and start crying until you get him back, so that's fine.
Yeah, I do like Kled. He's a fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been having a blast playing him. Like, I've only been playing him on like one of my friends' accounts because I actually want to buy him. So like, one of my friends was letting me play on his account when I go over to his place. I'm like, yeah, that'll be fine.
I had a lot of fun with animating them as well because like I like drawing things that aren't human, and there are a lot of human or humanoid characters. So when you get something that's completely different, like a Ao Shin or something like that, something you can completely just go nuts on, and you don't have to draw the typical eyes, ears, arms, all that jazz. You get to just go nuts and do whatever. And I'm like, okay, I had a lot of fun drawing little Gnaw. So this is just going to be just as funny. It's just going to be like some skinny rat with lips. And then the skull is like some raptor chocobo Yoshi bird Pokemon thing. So that was interesting. Yeah.
I'm looking at the picture of like Nar and Kled right next to each other, next to Tebow.
Oh yeah,
like,
the holy trinity, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, dude. Like, I just the fact that like
right, yeah, no, exactly what I was saying before
Nar's skull thing. Nar's skull thing has a dick on it, just like
yeah. Oh no! There's a dick hidden in every drawing. Like there's one engraved on Kled's weapon, and I'm sure Timo's got one somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, they're everywhere. Yeah. That's part of the fun. You gotta find them.
Find the dicks, dude.
But this is exactly what I was saying to Riot Draggles earlier on. I was like, look, every champion of every race and every colour has the same lips. How can you say that I'm being racist? I don't discriminate. Everyone gets the same.
And not sexist either, because everyone has dicks.
Yeah.
Everyone has dicks. That's how you cure sexism. Just give everyone dicks. Oh man. But yeah, no, so like moving on, we're gonna be talking about video games. Moving on. By the way, thank you, Joseph, for buying me Deus Ex, the new one. I can't wait for that to come out. Yeah, I'm so excited to play that game. But in terms of new games, No Man's Sky is out. I've been playing it. I'm a little disappointed, and by a little disappointed, I mean pretty goddamn disappointed. Because I don't know, like from if you watch the trailers like from like 2014 all the way till now, like it really does seem like such a huge bait and switch that they've done. Like because there's just nothing on the scale that was promised could be effectively delivered. And it's not like I expected it to be, oh, hey, this is going to be exactly what was shown in 2014. But I expected something pretty goddamn close. I did not get pretty goddamn close. Not that I dislike the game as it is, because I don't. I think the negative feedback from the game that isn't purely on the technical aspects in the game, because that game does have a lot of technical problems on different rigs, as well as I guess on PS4 people keep crashing whenever they go into the black hole. But just the negatives that people have been giving the game from like the pure gameplay standpoint and the fun standpoint, I can't quite agree with, although I do see that it is really repetitive. It is very much space Minecraft, yeah. But it also has a lot of fun elements to it that I'm personally enjoying.
I mean, like, yeah, I would have a similar but also contrasting opinion to you, which would at least make this conversation very interesting because I really like it. But in relation to what you were saying, I have not been following it since 2014, so I haven't been disappointed by hype because I never had that. I literally just installed it last night, actually, because I wanted to see what everyone was on about. And I was reading the Steam reviews before I bought it, and it was like 48% were negative, and it was like, oh, okay, this is... And everyone was like, oh, it crashes, I've got a super-duper rig, I got 2 FPS, oh, this isn't the game that... blah, blah, there's no multiplayer. It was advertised, we asked if they'd have multiplayer, and the developers were like, oh, look over here, there's this meteorite, and it's they didn't really directly say no, so they kind of spoon-fed a lot of people what they wanted to hear. But at the same time,
let's back up. Spoon-fed is a very mild way of putting it.
Yeah, right. Okay. To my understanding,
they straight up lied.
Yeah. Okay.
They straight up lied. That's But yeah,
Okay,
go
well,
on.
yeah, I don't know about that, so I'll just have to take your word on it. Not that I'm like defending them. I'm just saying, yeah, this game is buggy and it's got a lot of problems. And I think it was Curie who said it yesterday. It's a AAA game. No, it's being sold at a AAA price, even though it's like an
Yeah, but it's
early,
an indie
yeah, it's
game.
an early access
Yeah.
indie game. Now, I don't like how the word indie game means it should automatically be cheaper because. Yeah, I mean, in this case, it should be, but let's just put the record straight. An indie game can still command a AAA price if it deserves it, you know what I mean? It's just that generally indie games have smaller development teams, and therefore, it's a smaller game, so fair enough. But this game feels like it's maybe 40% finished, but I feel like they've had pressure from Sony to release it now, kind of thing, you know what I mean? And that has a problem with loads of games. Like when the Mad Max game came out, that was under a lot of pressure to be released on time. So a lot of features and future DLCs and stuff were just dropped and not added to that, even though that was a pretty nice looking and cool game. But yeah,
But
yeah, this game has been like I said, I don't dislike
Mhm.
it, and it isn't so much that like I had a lot of hype going in. It was just that I was told that this would be in this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the idea that like Sean Murray, the lead dev, straight up lied like various times in different interviews, just straight up lied about certain features and certain abilities to do stuff. Like there's a huge sticky thread on the No Man's Sky Reddit that like it goes over point by point, things that were promised to be in the game and that simply are not available right now. And I do also believe that this game is absolutely unfinished, which is it's annoying, but it's no surprise to me that an unfinished game has been released in 2016.
Yeah.
Like it's not surprising to me. But this game coming out at a $60 price tag, I feel the same way I did about Street Fighter V. That's unacceptable.
I feel like
this game is not done.
I think it was Total Biscuit who said of this genre, which is the survival genre, pretty much only one game in the entire genre has actually been released as a completed package because everything else is early access or unfinished, and that's Don't Starve.
Yeah, Don't Starve.
Everything else is like, and that's understandable. It's not a bad thing that everything's unfinished because the very nature of these games is to like push the boundaries. We're creating universes based on as realistic physics as possible, and all these different things. It's a growing organic genre, so it's obviously I don't expect everything to be finished, but I do think that food should be somewhat cooked before it's served on a plate. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, because okay, so the thing about these survival games is that they really are the new MMOs.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? They're MMOs part 2. And I just when for example Final Fantasy 14 1.0, before they made A Realm Reborn was released, it was a pile of shit. Like it was one of the absolute worst MMOs I had ever played, but I wanted to like enjoy it and stick with it for a bit. And then they killed the world and then made A Realm Reborn and everything was great. I was really happy with how they just polished up and then made Final Fantasy 14 just a better game, more streamlined game. They made the combat fun. They made everything really, really solid. And I suspect that No Man's Sky is going to have a similar situation because they have made quite a bit of bank off of this game. And I can only assume that at least a portion of that money that isn't going into Sean Murray's swimming pool for him to just dive into, it is going to be to making this game better.
Yeah, do you think they're going to listen to the public outcry of what's happening right now, or do you think
they'd have to, or Hello Games would basically never sell anything again?
Right.
Like, they would absolutely have to. Like, because this shit, companies do get when backlash is had, and companies think, oh well, we'll just release something next year. They won't remember it. That doesn't work. Look at like Assassin's Creed. They had to take a break recently because they're lowering in sales. Ubisoft is getting less money on the Assassin's Creed franchise because they just keep making shitty games after shitty games, and then they can't like reinvigorate the series or anything like that. So they're like, okay, we'll just take this time off. Like, sales will decline, and they're gonna see that, and you don't want to piss off a customer base because especially like when the internet just never forgets anything.
Oh, of course.
why bother just pissing people off when you can
But I
just
also
try to
feel
make
like
a
even
better
though the
game?
internet doesn't forget things, I feel like mass herd mentality can blow something way out of proportion, which is a large reason
Oh, that's
why
factually true.
I believe that this game is still an enjoyable game. Like the hate is right, it is deserved hate, but it's also quite magnified. I mean,
Yeah,
the game is
it's
still fun. Yes, it's buggy. Yes, it's lacking a lot of stuff. Yes, the price tag is ridiculous, and yes, they shouldn't have lied. But all of that, let's just put that to one side for a sec. I've not followed it for 2 years. I literally picked it up last night, and I'm enjoying it just for what it is. Even if what it is not much, I'm still enjoying that little bit. So, yeah, I mean,
there is a great game here
there's great potential.
that is hidden behind a lot of problems.
Yeah.
There is a very great game that is hidden behind just so many issues. And it has like I'm telling you, communication is key because Sean Murray and like the Hello Games like people that actually ever spoke on the game being purposely vague did not help in the slightest. It hasn't it hasn't benefited them. It's not like that. This was like
Well, I mean,
this is a
it
big
won't
secret that
benefit them in
everyone's
the
been
long
keeping.
run, but it's benefited them on initial sales release. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah,
but
no,
in the
in
long
terms of
run,
pre-orders,
yeah.
yeah, but in the long run, no, it's not going to help. But yeah, like in terms of pre-orders, yeah, they did have quite big pre-order
One of
numbers.
the issues I've noticed in the game, and I'm not sure whether it's just the way the game engine runs as it procedurally generates terrain or whatever, or whether it's just poor optimization or something else. But whenever I'm entering the atmosphere on a new planet, you get that sort of pixely fuzziness as like mountains.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you get that too. That's not just me.
It happens to everyone because so procedural generation is kind of bullshit. And basically what is happening is a mathematical calculation is happening as you approach that planet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's deciding, hey, this is what the land should look like. This is what the creatures should look like. This is like it's math, but it's math that is still occurring right in front of your face.
Exactly, and I feel like the render distance the render distance that should be so far away that you feel like you're in an immersive universe and you don't see the behind the scenes clockwork machines. You should not see any of that. You should just see the presentation.
Yeah.
I haven't played it enough to know, but is there weather?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know there's night and day, but I haven't seen any sort of rain or thunder or anything like that yet.
It literally is like rain. And a few like heavy wind type storms.
I've been thinking as well. Like, am I going to come across any sort of planets that have like rings, or maybe that's a feature that they haven't added yet? I don't know.
I don't believe for 1 second that there's a single planet in this fucking game that has like a ring around it, like Saturn.
Or like multiple rings, like in the Jetsons. I'd like to see some. You know what I mean? I want to see this.
I don't believe for 1 second because there's a lot of stuff in this game that like I now am 100% certain that this in the trailer this does not exist in this game. That giant snake in the sand, non-existent. The giant
that must have been some really
what's it called?
Really
Dinosaurs.
Ep.3 alpha that has technically it's a completely different game that they just made for that presentation. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's a called vertical slice.
That's what they were. Yeah, they vertical sliced the hell out of that, and but the thing is, this is what they were showing. This was advertised to be a game. Like if you saw if you saw a movie trailer and every single scene from that trailer was not in the movie that you went to watch. Like, would you not immediately be like, this is fucking terrible? Like,
it's like if you go see Star Wars Episode 8 and there's just no lightsabers or Jedi or ships or space. In fact, it's literally just a blank room with like a plant pot on the camera doesn't move. Like
it's a rerun of Episode 1, but only the council sequences where everyone's talking about diplomatic trade, and you're just sitting there and you're like, wow, what a great piece of shit. Like,
can't polish this turd.
Can't polish this particular turd.
There was another thing I wanted to ask about No Man's Sky just before we get off the topic, but I forgot what it was. It was along the lines of planetary. Oh, that was it. The sea. The sea is like static and flat and not moving. I expected like waves and waves. You know,
Some dynamic.
I too have played Witcher and have seen
now,
waves.
I understand
I
that
thought waves would be
water
existing.
in a game like this, as it's being generated, and just in general, making water is hard. But GTA 5 did it fantastically. So, I mean, it's not impossible. We've seen games do it. I think GTA 5 has some of the best in-game water.
This game is quite literally like this is so bare bones.
Yeah.
Because like everything about this game screams just like bare bones. Like there's not even like different ship classes. It's the same ship with more or less things.
Before I installed the game, I asked one of my friends who's playing. I said, "Can you get out of your cockpit while you're flying and walk around your ship? Because if you could, that would trigger my Millennium Falcon spaceship fetish. I would be like, yeah, I'm traveling space. Oh, quick, I've got to jump out of the cockpit and go to the other room and fix the blah 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 blah, and then quickly get back in and dodge this meteor. Yeah, that's cool. No, you can't do that. Okay, I'm in this. I'm in this claustrophobic little chair, and I'm like, okay."
Dude, I'm sorry that you expected Star Citizen when Star Citizen isn't out. Like I don't know, man. Like Star Citizen's gonna be a while, and that game too. Like, so I donated to the Kickstarter for that game, so I can play I was able to play like the playable version of the game that they had. That game runs so awkwardly because they're using the CryEngine, and the CryEngine is a notorious piece of shit when it comes to like handling resources properly, in terms of like making it not so heavy on like your computer in general. Like your graphics card is going to be very
Is
taxed
that why
running
Crysis
things
1
on the
was
CryEngine.
notoriously known as one of...
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes, because the CryEngine's a piece of shit. And Crysis 1, yes, it looks very good, especially today, but the CryEngine is a piece of shit. So, you know, you take the good with the bad. Like, but you know, video games are hard. I don't know. I can't. I don't know how to develop video games. I assume that it is very, very difficult work. Even doing music is a pain in the ass. And speaking of this, speaking of work, what is everybody working on? Is because Joseph is doing an Overwatch song right now, I believe.
Yeah.
With Rob. Right?
That's right. Me and Rob are actually writing this. I'm doing the music. Rob is doing the verses. It's a duet with Roadhog and Junkrat.
Ooh.
And I'm doing the chorus. Yeah. So it's gonna be a cool rock track. We could take a listen to it.
That sounds good.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I only am doing background vocals. I have nothing to do with this song whatsoever, so I'm looking forward to actually hearing it. Like whenever we get a chance. Specifically, we're probably gonna have to do that at the end of the podcast. You know, play it out. That'd be nice. Also,
I think I'm gonna like cut it in here.
Yeah, we just cut it in at the end, just like.
And everyone's gonna be like,
nice
"Oh
song.
Wow, that sounds so good."
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Oh wow, that sounds so good.
I mean, I guess, yeah. If that's how you feel, they'll react. Sure, yeah, why not? Also, we're currently doing a Nasus versus Renekton song. I actually had a blast writing some of Renekton's lyrics. I think that they are very like cleverly crafted. I cannot wait to start writing Nasus's because I wanted to like do Nasus as like a parody of Snoop Dogg. So like,
have you got, like, I don't want to like spoil anything for people who, well, before it's released, but is there any sort of crocodile hunter pun? Please let there be. You could call Nasus the crocodile hunter.
I don't know if that's like in the actual lyrics right now.
Gotta be some Crocodile Dundee.
I like
in there.
That's not annoying. No, I do know that I put something something related to that in the lyrics, but we'll go over that in a little while. But I'm so looking forward to doing Narcissus because I'm gonna have so much fun. This is just 1, 2, 3 to the 4. Nas doggy dog. Like I can't wait, dude. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
So excited.
that's gonna be great. So I made a first draft of the instrumental, and I think it's like worth fleshing out.
Yeah.
And you're writing the lyrics. You're gonna do the vocals, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know our fans love it when we work on these rap battles. So.
Oh yeah, dude.
So I think they're gonna
I'm
be
actually
really
excited. I can't wait to do more versus songs because like I think that like the actual like whenever we get the chance to actually do like straight up battles, they're just so like they require me to think a lot in terms of like how to really insult someone. So like, I always have a good time.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. Like oh man, I thought of something else that was like really dark, but I have to start remembering like I can't write certain things. Like, I have to really just make sure that I'm not too like crazy about some of the stuff that I write, but you know, it's gonna be a good time.
I'm working on a Kled cartoon and a Kled gameplay. That's what the Mario and Yoshi thing was for. I'm gonna make like a stupid dumbass guide kind of Super Mario Sunshine / League combined because I did one like about 6 months or 8 months ago called Super Mario Sunshine, and that was I wanted to see if it could be done to like merge them and just like be goofy and stupid, and it kind of worked. So I thought, okay, they've made a champion who's literally riding Yoshi. I have to do this. Like, so now I'm gonna revisit that. I wanted to release my Kled cartoon though. Playing Kled in ranked last week, but my internet died for 6 days, so I was crying in a corner for 6 days instead. Now I'm rushing to get everything finished this week because next week League Fest, Insomnia, all that jazz is going on, so I'm going to be there. Drinking Magikarp used fly and all the other inferior Americans with no drinking tolerance under the table.
Yeah.
There's going to be... And I'm not even going to be the victor because there's Irish rioters going who are Irish. And then I think Uber Danger's also there. And he's Uber Danger. So there's going to be lots of alcohol. Somewhere.
Wait, so when is this?
League Fest is the 26th to the 29th, and all the big boys are going to be there. Spazzy,
cool.
Dyrus, you name it.
We're not going to be there.
Obama. Well,
we're not going to be there. I'd like to go, but we're not going to be there.
Drop the ball.
I didn't even know this was happening. So.
I hope you guys have fun.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
It's the first event that I've ever been invited to as a special guest, so I'm sure you guys are familiar with this sort of stuff already. I have no idea what I'm just gonna turn up and smile. Yeah, that's. I mean, I've been to events in the past where I've unofficially like announced it on my YouTube channel and just said, "Yeah, I'll be there. Just try and find me." And when that has happened, it's been fine. Like, you know. It's very casual, very laid back and chill. And some guy actually in May, I went to Comic-Con in London in May, and some people like coming up to me and Ross Boomsocks and asking us to like sign stuff like, you know, t-shirts and posters and whatever. And this guy comes up to me with a little BB-8 ceramic Star Wars cup, and he hands it to me. I'm like, okay, where do you want me to sign this, on the box or the actual cup? And he's like, no, you have this. I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, I bought this for you. And I'm like,
sweet.
What? He bought a BB-8 cup for me. I was like,
in tears.
I nearly was. It was incredible. I also shot Ross in the arse with a Nerf gun, a Nerf rifle from like some Caitlyn cosplayer.
I'm willing to bet any amount of money he deserved it.
Yeah, he did, because a few moments before he tried to put a dildo in my ear. People literally hand you the strangest things. Most people hand you posters and t-shirts. Some people hand you other objects to sign because, you know, it's Comic-Con and everyone's in their 20s and drunk.
Yeah, that's about right.
And that's why I'm not there ever. Because I'm not in my 20s.
I'm in my 20s. I'm also, worried about money. But, you know, same thing.
All right, moving on. We had some
Yeah.
questions.
Do we have questions? Why do we gotta answer questions?
I actually have some questions for our guest, and I want to have them answered.
No, I'm scared, but okay.
Wait. But we gotta do the
Okay, we
actual
gotta do the
questions.
actual question.
Yeah, okay, actual questions. All right. So, first question, Henry Saganze. If you had a choice of living your life in space in a pod, you're not hibernating, which can support you for 20 years, or live your life on Earth where you live forever, but not one single living organism would be able to see, hear, feel, or notice you, or your presence, which would you choose? This is a solid question. I'd take Earth living forever because if I can, like, come on, like, at some point, I'm just gonna become like the weird perverted ghost who just sits and watches people in the shower. So I'll take it. Like,
basically, you would be God.
I'll take it.
This is a difficult question for me because I genuinely ponder this stuff on a daily basis. You don't understand how frustrating it is that I'm trapped in this corporeal, mundane, mortal existence because I literally dream of being a god every day. So the problem with this question is you're saying I can have immortality, but I can't interact with anything, and that's the problem, because the whole point of living forever is you live through generation after generation, you build up all these experiences, you would literally become a teacher to cultures, you would be able to impart wisdom and help and heal and all this. And
but here's the thing, you would only ever be able to do that indirectly in this sense.
Well, no, I mean, this question means that you would not be able to do that at all, right? So,
well, they said your presence. They didn't say your influence.
Right. Yeah, like, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that means when you are present, when you are available to them, they would not be able to notice you. You could walk into a store today and just walk out with a nice new TV, and no one's going to stop you, because why should they? They can't see, hear, feel your presence. They can't even notice you. But your influence
they might
would
notice
be there.
a floating television going through the doors, but you know.
Well, no, they like. I'm assuming it'll work like Doctor Who, like how they have like the thing where it's like just out of the corner of your eye, you can't really notice it, but it's there. Yeah. So
I don't know, it depends on the basis of the question, because the other one is what you spend. Is it the remaining 20 years of your life in a pod, or just 20 years? Then you can return to your normal life. Or
well, if you're in this pod, it says support you. It says support you for 20 years.
Living your life in space in a pod, which can support you for 20 years, so then you die, I guess.
All right.
I guess. I don't know.
Based on the way this question's written, I'm going to have to make a load of assumptions. So the first thing about the... Oh, I can hear an echo. Okay. The first thing about the hibernating thing, I'm just going to assume that it's a random part in my life. So let's say I hibernate right now at age 23. Am I going to come out biologically at age 43, but still...
Well, no. It says you're not
hibernating. Okay. So a space pod, so I'm just living my life. Okay.
Oh, well, but I don't even know if that means that there are other people. I presume there would be other people.
There's
nothing that says there wouldn't be.
Will I have internet?
Yeah, like you have to make the assumption that there are other people who can indeed like interact with you.
That's a difficult one.
I mean, I guess
the temptation of entering godhood.
It's a pod. Yeah, but like, I mean, the thing is, isolation is a terrifying thing regardless, but I would still pick the living forever on Earth and being able to just kind of like influence certain things in different ways, because like if I were to like leave a series of signs and notifications in different places, and people were to like follow them, and I'm just leading them on a wild goose chase because I think it's funny to fuck with people, like how is that not fun for me? Like of course I'm gonna have a blast.
Yeah, I think I'd pick that one too.
No, I'm definitely picking that one. Yeah, like immortality on Earth while basically an invisible pervert ghost. Like it yeah, come on. Like all right. So question number 2, David Laughlin. Do you guys still accept commissions? Apparently the link provided for requests just loads a blank screen for him. We're not doing commissions right now, but we do accept them.
Well, first, I don't know which link that is, because it's not a link in our like about description on the YouTube page. So I'm not sure where that link is, but like if you want to commission, just message me, Joseph at falconshield.com, and we'll talk about it.
Or hit us up on Facebook.
Yeah.
We do respond to messages on Facebook.
That is also correct.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's possible. We'll. I mean, if we love the idea and you're willing to pay the amount,
pay the price.
pay the price, then we'll talk about it. What about you, Candy?
Will I accept commissions? It's.
I'm looking at this Timo drawing right now. You don't say yes. Oh my god.
Here's the thing. I've actually had people ask me to like do certain things for them. One of the issues is most people ask me. Well, I say most of the few people who've asked me to do things for them. It's always pretty much been, can you animate this for me? Can you make this cartoon for me? Can you do this? The amount of time it would take. I don't want to sound evil, but you're gonna have to pay a lot because I don't like when you look at actual. I say the word actual animators like Ego Raptor who do all these amazing like the Metal Gear Awesome series or Dragon Ball. Right, I can do that exactly like they can, but I am trying to play the YouTube game like everyone these days is forced to, which means regular uploads. Well, they want quantity over quality, and I have to struggle to find the merger between them. How do I give both? That's the real hard part to do. So I tried to find this even ground where I'd make sort of simple animations, like what I currently do, and I do them on a weekly basis. And I've been doing them on a weekly basis for about 18 months straight, every single weekend. Now I could stop doing them every week, and I could maybe spend a month or 2 months and do something like Hyun Dojo. Like those guys are amazing. I could probably do something like that, but it would take.
They're really
good. So long to do, and I can't afford that downtime. I'm not PewDiePie. I don't make millions. I literally, you know what I mean. So, if somebody comes to me for a commission, like it's generally not just Joe Public off the streets because they're not gonna have the money to do that. Like who randomly does that? Like the last time I did an animated commission was for Uber Danger, I think it was back in April. And even then, that was just a short thing. He literally only gave me like a 2-week window, so I literally had to do the best I could in 2 weeks. With food poisoning, might I add. that was
nice.
That made it extra
nice
fun.
bonus.
But when it comes to like art stuff, I guess it doesn't really count as a commission, but I do feel like my drawings are a very communal effort. I mean, when I'm animating a new character, I do it on stream, and people in the Twitch chat always suggest things, and I put them in. So technically, they're kind of getting involved. You know, it's like
that's good.
Yeah.
The community input is always great.
It's
so,
like even the littlest things just make me laugh, and they're so ridiculous. I remember I was drawing Twitch a few months ago, and somebody was like, "Hey, that arrow in his crossbow is straight. You should bend it. It would be funnier." So I made the arrow on Twitch's crossbow bent, and it's just a simple thing that's like, oh, yeah, then, but it's really funny to me. I don't know why. It's just if you could like look at my Twitch drawing of how like decrepit and ugly and he is, just like the arrow, you know, like in cartoons when like you go to hit someone with a metal object and it just bends because of the smell. It's like, ooh, it's literally that. It's like harking back to those days of like the old hand.
It's like the arrow's leaking.
Just things like that. So yeah, I kind of accept commissions, but it's a tricky situation for me. Yeah, that's my long answer.
I just gotta say, I mean, I followed you for some time, so I know that you post regularly. But I just gotta say that I'm very impressed by you and your work because, like you said, you put out very consistently, and it's not. I mean, it looks shitty because it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but it's rough.
But like really, it is a lot of work.
If you really, honestly, if you watch 10 seconds of a cartoon I did in 2014 and you watch 10 seconds of a cartoon I did last month, you would notice a complete difference in quality. It's still
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
It's crazy, but like, yeah, that's very nice to hear from you because you were one of the first people who I followed in the League scene. Back when I was a proper amateur in YouTubing, I wanted to like do a sort of League cover the way you did. Like when the first This Is War came out, I was like 200 subscribers, and I was like, oh boy, that's so cool, I want to do that, but I don't have After Effects or whatever else. I have no idea how you guys did that. So I literally did my own budget version in like 2 days, and looking back, it's the worst thing I've ever seen, but I don't delete it because it's always good to know where you come from. Like, if I forget my roots, then I'll lose myself as a person. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of stuff on my anti-ribbit channel that I have not deleted, that I think about every day. I should just go and get rid of. But I'm like,
if you delete it, then you will regret it one day. So I keep all the old stuff. But when you were saying about the effort that I put in, if I didn't do a weekly cartoon, because that takes up about 70% of my workload a week, if I didn't do a weekly cartoon, I could easily do a 10-minute video every single day, just like every other channel. I could upload a 10-minute video talking about whatever, because I'd have all the time in the world. But cartoons are so life-sucking and time-consuming. Oh
yeah, we know.
Why couldn't I just have had the inspiration to become like a commentary channel? I could be the next Kiandy is here, and I could talk about like bath salts and I don't know, just whatever. But
hey, like, dude, if we didn't do This Is War every 3 or 4 months, could do other things.
Well, yeah. That is factually true. If This Is War didn't take so much of our time, like over several years that we were working on it, we definitely could have done a lot more stuff.
I feel like these, though, the This Is Wars are literally like pillar stones of the community, the creative community, because you've got the professional community, which is like, Elimination Dyrus, all these guys, all the esports dudes, but then you've got like the truly independent, not really funded by Riot in the beginning kind of, you've got the old Sky Williams rants, and you've got the This Is Wars. You've got all these different things, and they literally are like the pillars of what is now the content creating community. Even people like that Jellyfish, who like started. Well, I don't know if he started, but he spearheaded the whole genre of like hyper edits. And I remember asking him, like, he said he doesn't even like mind if like competitor or impersonator channels arise that do the same thing. He's just happy he created the genre, which is such a good mindset to have as a creator. You know what I mean? To like.
By the way, I just want to point out that Oliver and I both have a birthday together.
So it was your birthday like a few days ago then?
Yeah.
Wait, Oliver's was yesterday? I remember saying happy
Oliver's
birthday
was yesterday. And actually, Mark Merrill's birthday was yesterday as well.
Okay, so now we're officially sending birthday wishes to Oliver and Mark.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so question number 3, because we got to move on with the questions. Becker Gottgug Kozger, I guess, says, does anyone care? No, not a single one. Not one.
What a vague question. That's lovely.
Hey, it had 3 upvotes, so I'm assuming that this is a question people wanted answered. Does anyone care? No.
My answer is
no one cares about that question.
My answer is me laughing in disbelief that this question is just so wonderfully vague. It's just like what about the universe or the weather or what do you mean, does anyone care?
Does anyone care?
I feel like this guy's having a genuine crisis in the middle of this podcast.
Yeah, it's a cry for help. Does anyone care about me?
Can anyone help me? All right, but next question from Arkawoma. It wasn't even a question, it was just high worded text.
I'm reading this right now,
I guess. Make how you made text animations and effects like in This Is War 5 and 4, like so Falconshield can see this comment. Well, no one liked it, but we saw the comment anyways, so no worries there, buddy.
I love that. Make how you made text animations. It's just so goddamn simple.
I imagine it takes hours.
Like, so, if Lars wants to do like a how-to video of this, he is free to. I already do enough on this channel. I will have nothing to do with it. So,
yeah, it's not our field anyway, so we can't do anything.
It's not really our field. But Lars would be more than happy to like help explain like how he does certain things, because I don't know, he's just kind of a genius when it comes to this stuff. So I like, there you go. Ask Lars.
Yeah,
he's probably the
we
person.
got a question on Twitter too.
Oh,
so is Kiandy metal enough for you?
Well,
enough.
Well, I'm just saying, check our catalog, listen to the Murloc Metal song, and
oh yeah,
and you you figure it out.
That song is art.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm currently like
deep.
In the past year or so, I've been going through a fucking Lana Del Rey phase. But before that, and still to this day, Metallica is my favorite band. If that answers your question, I literally know everything about every album, about every atom on everyone's head in Metallica. I love them. I breathe them. They were literally my ultimate band growing up through high school, and yeah. So. Does that answer the question?
It's funny.
That's pretty metal.
When I first came to the US, I had trouble sleeping because I'm originally from Nigeria. I used to live in London, but then I lived here as well. So, like when I was a kid, my uncle would help put me to sleep by playing songs from Metallica's Black Album, and it was just how I got to sleep. So I basically. I got over like whatever sickness I had from traveling to different parts of the globe, and just kind of acclimated.
Though I mean,
yeah,
it's not exactly.
I'm just thinking entering Sandman by listening to Entering Sandman.
Like it was that song is great. Like I actually really love the Black Album so much because like wherever I May Roam is probably one of my favorite songs just from Metallica period. I really enjoy that song.
On that album.
I think Sad But True is on that album. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like I mean I used to listen to Ride the Lightning as well as a kid. I love that album. Such a great album.
Quite like I like Reload and Reload, and they're not very popular albums.
I love Reload, dude. Fuel is great.
Yeah,
I don't know what
Fuel
people are flipping out about.
Yeah,
Fuel is great.
It is.
Like,
but generally, I feel the same way as most people do. I guess I'm not that fond of them.
I'm not
those albums.
I'm not too fond of Saint Anger, but that's
fair
because
enough.
No solos were allowed in that album, and I don't understand that.
Saint Anger just to me musically it didn't sound very good. So
I just have one issue, like one major blatant staring in my face issue with Saint Anger, and that's the snare drum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't deal with that fucking upside down cookie jar. It just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I can hear the noise in my head right now. It's like a wooden spoon on a pan.
It is. It sounds exactly like it. It's like, why? Why'd you do that? Come on.
Holy shit.
But Death Magnetic was great.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
Death Magnetic was strangely good in the way that I didn't expect it to be good.
Yeah, it was like old school.
I don't know what it was like when it was
hard,
shipped for you guys, but like when it was shipped in England. My friend came up to me. We were still in high school, and he came across the yard to me, like holding the CD case in his hand. He's like, "I've got it!" And the CD was like this limited edition. It wasn't even like a square case. It was like a smooth curved rectangle CD case I've never seen in my life before. And I'm like, "Oh yeah!" It was beautiful, and it had the coffin. It was amazing. It was the greatest thing. I loved it. It was fantastic.
It's funny because Metallica is also the reason I got super into the band Trivium. Mm-hmm. I love Trivium, and Trivium they definitely they picked up a lot of their style from like older Metallica, and it's basically I like to think of Trivium as what if Metallica had evolved the right way.
I don't think they evolved the wrong way. I feel like they just had a troubling middle ground, and now they've found themselves again.
I would argue that counts as evolving.
But then they went back on the path. They didn't
yeah, then they went back on the path and they figured, hey, maybe we didn't need to be Neanderthals. Maybe we could have figured out Homo sapiens better. But yeah, no, I love Trivium's Shogun album because it really makes me feel like I'm listening to like a modern version of something like Master of Puppets. You know what I mean? Like I absolutely enjoy it. So
I hope
but yeah, Metallica's great. Like,
I hope that they're
great band.
doing another album. I haven't really followed them in the past year or so to know any like.
They did some weird thing with another guy recently. Like I can't remember the name of the album.
Magnetic?
It was like Metallica and no, it was Metallica and some guy. Hold on.
I just want a good bread and butter Metallica album to come back just out like now. I would literally shit blood.
Like let me see if I can find the thing because it was such a weird album.
I would love to continue the Metallica discussion, I guess, but we're running out of time.
Okay.
And there are some things.
Define running out of time.
We're in 1 hour and 6 minutes now. Yeah.
Are we?
We've been having so much fun.
Yeah. All right.
But I mean,
that's true.
I would like to know more about you, Kiandy.
Okay.
Can I ask you some personal questions?
You can. I was just going to say, if you wanted to ask them, maybe like put this at an earlier part of the podcast. Then, if it's running too late, I don't know. However you want to do it.
I'll just cut it up later.
Yeah, it's cool. Anyway, go on. Fire away.
Yeah. So, I would love to know your name.
Andrew. Everyone asks me this. It's in the name. KiandyMundi. I thought the pun was obvious. It's from the Jedi from Star Wars. KiandyMundi.
Yeah, and hence why I called him former
because it's
Jedi.
KiandyMundi, and I'm KiandyMundi because in high school my head was the same shape as his, according to my friends. So that was the nickname that I got. So that's why I'm KiandyMundi.
Okay. Well, that made perfect sense.
Yeah.
So obviously you work a lot on your videos. Is this your
my job
prime thing, your job that you've been doing for the last 18 months now?
Yes, but it never started out as that. Obviously, I literally I made a video and I had 200 subscribers and it got 2,000 views, so not really a lot, just your typical small time channel. And I remember I went downstairs and I was like, Mum, Dad, this is what I want to do as a job. Now, they know nothing about the internet or how YouTube works, so they were like, oh...
They say, fuck you, get a job.
No. They didn't say that. They said, because they didn't know that 2,000 views is not a lot and whatever, they were like, yeah, okay, we trust you. You know what you're talking about. You're a smart kid. Okay. So I literally said to them, give me 6 months and, don't get on my back saying, get a job. Just give me 6 months with this, and if I can prove to you that it works and I can do it, then yeah. So they were like, okay. And then literally just at the end of the 6 months, one of my videos, which was the first cartoon I did, went viral. I was making videos the whole summer, every day, and they were complete garbage, as any starting channel is, because everyone has shit at the start. But I made one video. I was playing support in ranked or something. Looking back, it's not that great, but it went viral because it was like a cartoon. And I was like, oh my God, because I was getting maybe 2 subscribers a week up until that day. I went out drinking that night. I came back the next day hungover, and I had 1,500 new subscribers. And I'm like, okay, I need to do more of this thing. They like this thing. So then I started doing a cartoon literally every week and haven't stopped. It's
I like your parents.
I never got I never made any money in the first year because no views, nothing like that. I literally just did it because I wanted to, and I was thinking if I keep doing this, I can turn this into my job. But that's not the main. The main thing is just to make the videos. But now I'm lucky enough to have both. I mean, I still do.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna point out I found the album name. It's called Lulu.
Okay,
it's with Lou Reed.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah.
So you're at 160,000 subscribers now.
Yeah, it's fluctuated up and down because YouTube purged a bunch of people last month or just before. So this is my second time reaching 160,000. Yeah.
Oh.
Remember when PewDiePie lost 600,000 and a bunch of other. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
but yeah,
but that's nothing for him.
Yeah, I'm around that. Yeah, it's
So, where are you going with this? Like, what's
that's
your?
a difficult question.
Well, where will you be in 5 years?
Oh, don't ask me a stressful question like that. I have no idea. I want to be not dead, not.
Curling on the floor, crying, remembering the time that you made a video, and then had to fucking
5
remake
years is a
it.
long time in YouTube, so that scares me. Let's just say in 2 years, okay?
Yeah.
In 2 years, I want to be almost hitting 1 million. I want to be like actually one of the pillars of the community rather than just a member of the community. I want to like have something so iconic, which I really need to just keep hammering my drawings, my art and stuff, because that's the iconic thing about me. So I need to keep doing that. I don't want to become irrelevant. That's the biggest fear of any YouTuber, because if you treat your YouTube like a living organism, you're not going to want it to starve. So I don't want that to happen. I want to make cartoons and things about stuff that I enjoy. League is something I've played for 6 years, so I know it like the back of my hand, so I can easily make content on that and enjoyable content, because like new characters are coming out all the time, and I love just drawing new shit. But I also like to do other shit. I've done a Simpsons parody, a Fallout parody. They're only like a minute long, but they're dumb and they're stupid, and I love them so much. They're actually some of my favorite videos over my other stuff that I do. I also did an April Fool's video. Nothing to do with League of Legends. It's literally just me running through a forest like a caveman.
Oh, dude, I love that one, and also the one where you.
Yeah. I was on a beach.
Which
it was
one
the
was
Rick
that?
Dominion. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Man,
I love doing stuff like that. That's when I
that
just
was
got
a
my new
blast.
camera, so I wanted to test it out. And last week, Magikarp did his video where he roasted me. I thought he was going to use the footage where I'm running through the forest like a caveman. He didn't. He could have roasted. Like, his roast was great, but he could have made it so much. Like, if he chose to just use that footage, which obviously I would have let him. But yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're pretty funny. You're a funny guy. We should collaborate more.
Yeah, we should. It's not like I've been asking to be in This Is War for like 2,000 years. Yeah, no.
I'm gonna point out that only Joseph has any say over that. I maybe have like one person that I ever bring in ever. And,
I wouldn't even know. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Apart from like Corky, I can't actually voice act that well. Like, I've got my Kiandy voice. Well, no, I mean,
apparently neither can anyone else. So you'll be in good company.
Like, hello there, but like that's not actually like anyone in League except for Corky.
But the thing is, all you have to do is rap. We don't need you to voice act. All you have to do is rap.
So can you rap?
Yeah, yo. Let me think. Yo, what's up, my people in Azeroth? In the I don't know what you want to say. I can't. I can not freestyle. I can rap though.
Don't worry,
Yo,
I can write your lyrics apparently. So
iller than Illidan. I rap for the thrill of them.
Okay, settle down, Kiori. Settle down, Kiori, but let's calm down.
I did like Kiori's his Kog'Maw segment of, I think it was This Is War 3.
Yeah, he was great.
There's a lot of like British references in that, which I knew that a lot of people wouldn't know, and I'm just like, yeah, I get it. He said utterly butterly. That's a brand of butter in England. Yeah, I get it. It was great.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna do something. We're gonna definitely come up with something. Maybe you can make a stupid drawing of it too.
Oh yeah, whatever. Like that would be good. I will draw your next album cover. I've already got it in my head.
Oh my god!
Standing like the mermaid is on that rock with the water crashing behind her, but add like lightning and thunder and fire and it's beautiful. Sorry.
So how about we do This Is War, where you do all the drawings, like the portraits.
I would absolutely love to do that. That would be fucking funny.
But
I could
Okay.
tone down on for the sake of your public image as Falconshield, the band. I could maybe put a few less dicks in there, but I could still keep to my. I could still keep to my amazingly ridiculous art style of ridiculous. Okay,
Dude,
have you
32
guys...
dicks is 32 dicks. Like, why are we
Have
bullshitting?
you guys seen my
Like-
Soroka drawing by any chance? I'll
Yes.
tweet it if you haven't right now.
Yeah, I saw the Ultimate Champion in League of Legends.
No, it's
Are the
just,
bananas
it's
dicks?
just very like sort of decrepit looking, and it's all like what is it?
Just like everyone else.
Okay, I'm literally tweeting it right now. That's my Soroka drawing. I just like it looks. You can tell it's Soroka, but it's like she suffered radiation poisoning or some shit. It's like
Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah. No, I think the so looking at your Timo picture always has me dying because he looks like Sonequa from like fucking Sonic for Hire.
what like when I'm drawing them,
it always creeps
so
me out.
stupid.
Yeah, like
It
when
is
I'm
so
drawing them,
fucking
I
stupid.
have to like picture like certain people's voices and characters in my mind. So like when I draw people like Timo, I picture the voice of Cartman when he's running and he's out of breath and he's like, you know, because he's choking on his own fat. And he's all like, so like I've got to think, what would that look like in Timo? And then you just draw. It's just yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up.
Okay, it's 1:20
All right.
for me. We got to wrap this up. Kiandy, it was very great having you on
Yes.
this podcast. We cannot wait to have you back.
Yeah.
This has been a fun
You guys
time.
need me back, then just let me know because this has been a lot of fun. This has been
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, guys. All right, now we're gonna play you out with a song. Joseph, I believe, wants to play you. Which one was it?
Road Rage.
Road Rage. All right, so we're gonna play you out with Road Rage.
All right.
And I have been your host, Anti-Ribbit.
I have been somebody.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys later. Take care.
Bye.